Evening, everyone. It's 7:08 on Thursday, the 8th, and this is your closing comment. It's video number 705. And I want to remind everyone that we really appreciate if you would hit that subscribe button if you like our work. And I also want to remind you that Dennis has been all over the stock indexes, choosing the weakest of them and consistently making some money on the short side. So if you're interested in futures, please let me know and I will get you the information. This is going to be a short one because, number one, it's late, and number two, I had to spend a couple of hours in Boston this afternoon, so I'm just trying to catch up. Early morning news, we had initial claims, which were up 16,000. Everybody was hoping for a move back below 700,000, came in at 744. So this is the second week in a row it has gone in the wrong direction. Continuing claims were 3,734,000 versus an expectation of 3.6. So that also moved in the wrong direction. And I just want to alert everyone that tomorrow morning we have PPI, Producer Price Index, and we also have wholesale inventories. So we'll see both of those. But the FAANG stocks were stronger again, primarily led by Apple, which was up almost 2.5% or 1.9%, and Microsoft, which was up 335 or 1.3%. I mention that because there really was no specific news on either of them or on the rest of the group, but the group was strong. While the Dow was up 57 and change, the NASDAQ was up 140. So the Dow was up essentially just under 0.2%, while the NASDAQ was up 1.03%. That was a new high in the Dow. That was a new high in the S&P, which closed up 1722 or 0.42%. And for the first time this week, we had a move back up in the Russell, gaining almost 20 points, 0.88%, while the transports were slightly lower, down $8.68. That was only 0.6%, so not really a big deal. Visa was actually up $1.34 at 220.70. I mentioned that specifically because the Department of Justice is investigating incentives, possibly illegal incentives, given to attract more debit card business. So it was up $1.43, but in fact it had been up over $2 higher at 222.80 before settling at 220.70. Also, this morning I mentioned Constellation Brands, and when I mentioned it, it was 236 up 108. And the news there was that they beat top and bottom line, but they gave decidedly weak guidance, and that seemed to catch up during the day. And it actually closed at 224.21, which was down 10.73 or 4.6%, versus, as I said, 236 up a little in the early morning. The chart on the screen is the gold, and it is doing exactly what we were hoping that it would. Made a bottom, made a higher low, and tested it, turned to the upside, and when it got through this level that we had been talking about in that 1741.43 area, we went through that decidedly. Yesterday had one day of consolidation, and then today we were up $16, and we closed pretty darn close to the high. Tonight we're down 280, but that's fairly typical. We do run into some trouble here. This orange line is the 50-day moving average. So we had the 5 go through the 20. Now if it can get through the 50, will be able to take a shot at this 1805 area. The silver was up about the same, up 33 cents. Bitcoin rallied off yesterday's low and closed at 58,155, which was up 1845. Yesterday, I believe it was down 2,300. And the US dollar today was decidedly lower, back in the 92 area. This is a chart that we have shown repeatedly as having a lot of trouble in that 93 and a half area. And as you can see here, we got up to 93.47, and then the last 5 days have been pretty basically straight down. So this hasn't reopened yet, so this is the settlement price, 92.069, so 92.07, down about 40 cents on the day today. Bonds were up a little, and actually, I want to get back to the stocks again. Even though the Dow was only up 57.31, the advanced declines there were 1.8 to 1, and the advanced declines in the NASDAQ were a solid 2 to 1. Volume was slightly higher. I only mention that because we've had a couple of days where we had negative breadth and positive price. And we had positive breadth and negative price. So this is the first day that we're actually pretty well aligned, and that fairly typically happens after a long weekend. And as you know, Friday was Good Friday, so the markets were closed. And then Easter Sunday and Easter Monday in Europe and the UK. So we're really just getting back into the swing of things here. All right, everyone, have a good evening. Don't forget, if you have an interest in the futures, to get to me and I will get you the information. And also, please remember, if you like the work, hit the subscribe button. We really appreciate it. It costs you nothing. Have a good evening.